I've set up sacred space and I'm doing a spell or an intentional prayer about the Pope who has just passed, Pope Francis, in gratitude and recognition, and also to bring in the right energies that we need as a human family right now. So the space has been sanctified, and I have called in the ancestors, and I have called in all the deities that want to be present on behalf of Pope Francis. And I will be calling in 3 others in a minute. So I just want to say, first of all, thank you to Pope Francis, and I have brought an offering of forget-me-not so that we do not forget his attempts at trying to reform the Catholic Church, to bring in inclusivity and love and compassion at the heart of his papacy. And he was an inclusive pope. He was someone who recognised the poor in the name of Saint Francis, and he was the first Jesuit pope that brought that energy into the Vatican. And he very much tried on all occasions to be the compassionate, to look after the marginalised. And we really appreciate the fact that he did that. As you will see, I have existing spells on this altar which I created last week, and they're still running. So this is an additional spell to the 2 that I already have, which is okay because I have worked with those a bit before. We started this just to generate their field again and reactivate the field. And now we're working with the Pope energy. So I've lit a candle in advance, and I've added the oil of Narasimhadav. And this oil is oil that comes from Mayapur. And Narasimhadav is a lion god, very fierce god, not to be messed around with. You can't worship him half-heartedly. Has to be a full-hearted recognition of his power, because we need strength as a human family, and we need a pope to come in who is strong and fierce and boundaried and discerning and powerful. Also, that's in the oil there of the candle. I'm also spraying some rose oil. The energy of the rose is the divine feminine, but also the healing energy, because healing is at the foundation of all that we do, and hopefully all that the new Pope will do. I'm bringing in Venus, the Roman goddess of grace and love, because she brings in good relationship. She knows how to comfort each other and to be able to express herself and not be ashamed. So this is really, in a way, represents Eve and the kind of reclamation or the reclaiming of Eve into the Catholic Church. And I also have Gaia. Gaia is the earth goddess, and she also represents the prehistoric earth mother goddess. She is fertility, mystery, and again strength, and a recognition that our souls are rooted on earth, and we need to recognize and love and protect the earth. And that is something that Pope Francis did. He was concerned about environmental changes, and so we want that to continue. And I'm also invoking the goddess Mary, associated with the heavens and the sea, and she's worshipped by the Catholics as the moon of the church and as Stella Maris, the star of the sea. And when she is enunciated, when she confronts the truth of her own great creativity, she is symbolized by Gabriel, the angel of truth. So she's the goddess that represents the womb. She's a reminder of compassion, and she is an accepted goddess who is at the heart of Catholicism. So we want that divine masculine and the divine feminine to come back into the church. And before the 1500s, any Catholic could stand as Pope, and it was only after that that there was a decision made that only cardinals could be represented as Pope, which was a way of controlling and limiting the power. Now, power needs to be removed, needs to be banished from the Vatican. It's not about power in an ego sense, it's about power in the sense of goodness for all, looking at the whole of humanity. So we invoke this today, and if you are watching this, you can include your prayers into this, your intentional prayers, your spells into this ritual that I'm doing, even though you are not present here in my healing room. You are part of this spell, so you can add some words that you would like to encourage into this spell that we're creating as we invite in these energies with a new Pope who will arrive in the next couple of weeks after the 9 days or 8 remaining days of mourning. So may this Pope that is coming reflect upon and build upon the majestic, powerful, intentional work of Pope Francis to bring heart back to the Catholic Church as the centre, one of the centres, and a main centre of spiritual and moral compassion, a compass for the rest of the world. It's no accident that he died on Easter Monday as the Christ was being reborn. It's no accident the last dignitary he met was Vance, who is the right-hand person to the leading patriarchal government on the earth right now. And may his dying wishes be heard by those in power. And whoever the new Pope is, may he come in with strength and direction, commitment, longevity. May he come in with the wishes of all humanity, all inclusive. May he come in with wisdom to look beyond the media, beyond his advisors, but to speak to the advisors that guide him in heaven. May all that needs to be for the growth of humanity and for the peace on this earth come to light. So mote it be.